Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Use it in a sentence.
Yes.
The Negus ruled Ethiopia until the coup of 1974.
Negus.
Shit, my niggas.
My niggas.
Could you repeat the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia.
We was
Negus.
kangs.
Spell the fucking word already.
Negus.
And Andy, did you say the word loudly for the judges?
Negus.
One more time.
Negus.
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 Welcome to the ESPN of spelling bees.
Yeah, exactly.
Negus. Negus. Negus.
I was waiting for the whole John Madden, like, oh, see where he went wrong was right here.
What's up, all you crazy capitalists, you witty whiskey enthusiasts? My niggas. Welcome to the Whiskey Capitalist. I'm Ian.
And I'm Shawn.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, and comment down below. Go to solo.to/the whiskey capitalist for all of our links and ways to stay up to date with us. And go to I should be doing these. Go to bit.ly/the whiskey capitalist merch to check out our fully stacked merch store. All right. So today we are going to be talking about, I don't need that. Today we're going to be talking about the UK vegan activist turds that have been dumping out milk cartons in the UK. The New York Post article that reported that women are getting fat from air. Gen Z is triggered by the thumbs up emoji. And Kanye West might be buying Parler. In the description, I put Twitter. That's dumb. But,
Get out of the way,
right.
Elon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're buddies.
Bidding
so
war. Bidding war.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, with that, here's the intro.
Who else in the level car say yeah?
Look at that big, juicy booty.
Hot like a tamale.
Be offended.
Do you love black people? Do you grow?
You know the thing.
Here, next.
Don't be rude. You ain't black.
Shawn Cav.
You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Heartfelt.
A man and a woman.
Hey, welcome, William. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, what's up, Dad?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's my niggas.
Yeah, it's your niggas.
Okay. Yes. Negus is going to be a new drop. I need to just let you know.
That's fine. I'm fine with niggas.
Yes. Because that's good. But anyways, yeah. So how you doing there, marathon runner Shawn?
Oh yeah, like if you consider a 3.1 mile race a marathon, then yeah, I'm right up there with all of them. Bruce Jenner and all those big marathon runners, triathlon runners.
You can't say that name anymore.
All right, did I dead name?
Yeah, I think you did.
Well,
We're
I
not
mean,
past
like,
the 2 hour mark.
yeah, all right. But if you think about it, Bruce Jenner was an Olympian. Bruce Jenner did win like an Olympics race.
Oh, very, very true. So
can I not talk about like factual statements of things that happened in the past? Or
I mean, I don't know what's allowed right now, but something that is funny is
that's
that
probably
Juno,
a gray area.
So Juno is on HBO Max, right?
Yeah.
So I went and I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Like, what do they put for the actress?
Oh,
that
it's still
was
the
on
same.
that
It's still the same. Same thing
segment.
with what's the other one? Hard Candy. Hard Candy was the other one that Elliot Page. Yeah, Elliot Page was in, and it says the other name still.
Oh, really? No, this now Juno says Elliot Page on there. I was like,
oh, really?
Interesting. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I
They're
mean,
woke.
like, I also have, I think I have Hard Candy on DVD too. So, like, that's not going to change. They're not going to come in my house. Like, can we replace this with this disc, please? Take this disc instead. This one's better. Here's the Blu-ray. Do you want the Blu-ray?
Yeah. If all of a sudden you watch that back and it says Elliot Page, you're gonna be like, huh? What the fuck? You're like, are you in my house?
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I was watching. I think I was also on it was on Pluto TV at one point. The credits were coming up. I'm like, oh, I gotta see if it's gonna be on here, and it still had the old name on there. So I was like, okay, like they just haven't gotten to that one yet, or maybe it's too indie. They're not updating that one enough.
Yeah. Now thinking about it, I'm kind of mad that we didn't wait to do the Negus video until Movies was done walking his dog, because I know he would have had some good things to say about that one.
That's okay. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to vacation coming up next week. So I'll be south of the border, drinking lots of margaritas and gin and tonics, and at the pool bar. Yeah, the last time I was down there, what I would do was I would go and get drinks for like my family and whatnot, but I would go to the pool bar and I would have a gin and tonic, and then I'd walk back with 2 gin and tonics in hand, like one for somebody else and one for me, and then I would go back, and I was making the trips back and forth, so every time they thought I was having one, I was really having 2, and then at one point I was just like, I passed out on one of the like reclining chairs. They found me a few hours later, and they're like, come on, it's time for dinner. And I just moaned and like, and I just rolled over and I just laid there and like, Shawn, you got to get up. And I'm like, oh no. And then they ended up like getting me up onto my feet, and I stumbled all the way. Thank goodness it was all on this first floor. I stumbled all the way back into my room. I didn't leave until the next day. Like, it's just like, it's kind of like
it's kind of like in Family Guy when they all get superpowers and Brian gets the super speed powers, so he goes to the bar and keeps stealing that chick's drink, and the bartender keeps pouring it. And she's like, "What's wrong with your face?" After like 4 or 5. Yeah, dude, I can't stand gin, so that's you are a.
It's a good summer drink, but I mean, like it's all like top shelf bourbons and like whiskeys and everything I want. But like for me, like. Brown liquor is like a nighttime kind of thing. Like I want to have that at night. I want to have like I mean like what I got right now. I got my bourbon right now, but like during the day, I feel like that's like, you know, tequilas and gins and maybe like a vodka drinks like in the morning or something. I don't know. Like that's a vacation mode. It's like clear liquids and then brown liquids.
I can't do I can't do tequila, man. It brings out the Mexican in me every single time that I've had even a sip of a margarita or like anything like that.
You just go to Home Depot and you find a truck to jump in and start building a house somewhere.
No, I've gotten in a fight. Like besides
that type
last,
of Mexican,
like,
a knife fight.
That one, like cartel Mexican. Yeah, exactly. Like, ooh, look at the pelicans fly. Come on, pelicans. No, besides maybe in the past like couple of years, I've like had a couple of like margaritas at my parents' house or whatever, you know. But yeah, besides that, I can't do it. I've gotten in fights like when I used to work downtown and shit.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
All right. So here, let me pull this one. I'll pull this one up first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, we can't do the thumbs up anymore, right?
Yeah. Well, apparently the Gen Z is triggered by them.
I can't hear the sound if there is sound.
There is no sound.
Okay, cool.
This is a weird. Like I opened this link and it's like a New York Post story, like an Instagram story.
Yeah,
it's the strangest thing. But this is how like they're because they can't do a regular article for Gen Z. Gen Z won't read a regular article. You have to put it into an Instagram story in order for them to read it as to what's going on. And now for the rest of us, we're all confused. Wait, is this how I'm getting my news now? Gen Z's like, yeah, this is how we only want our news in meme form, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So Gen Z's.
I mean.
Yeah, they're offended by this, and I love the fact that the New York Post just has it kind of like on a loop, zoom, zoom, zoom. All these thumbs up. It's like, are you triggered? Are you triggered? Are you triggered? So it's Gen Zs are calling out the popular thumbs up emoji for being rude and hostile, even saying they feel attacked whenever they see it used in the workplace. And like, I'm trying to like imagine the type of person, like they have to be so soft to be like, to get upset by like an emoji like in work. I mean, I understand a lot of us work from home or like have like these like remote jobs. Like, I mean, I have one of them, but like, how the fuck do you get upset about this? I honestly feel like I've been more cold and more like, I don't know, abrupt with my messaging because I am working remotely. I don't have time to sugarcoat shit. I'm just like, here, this is the work. This is what's going on. And then like when somebody like says something to you, like, hey, make sure you do this. I don't want to reply. I just go thumbs up. You know, that's just what you do.
I mean, okay. I can understand to a point how if like someone like gives you a bunch of things to respond to, like asks you like 4 or 5 different things and you just respond with a thumbs up. Yeah, I can understand how that could be like taken that way. I get that.
No,
but if it's just like
it.
But if it were like if you're like, hey, we're meeting up at this time, or hey, we're starting the stream at this time, you know, doing this, or hey, I took care of the description and the thumbnail, and you send me back a thumbs up, I'm not going to be like,
yeah, because that's me acknowledging you. I acknowledge the fact of what you said. I'm like, okay, cool, like we're good. Like that's good. Nothing else was needed to be said. How about that? You know, but right, like cool. This came from apparently a Reddit poster, and this is like when I first read this, immediately I saw the person, I saw who it was that we're talking about. So it's real tiny, but it says, I started an adult job. So it's in quotes, adult job. So it's like so to me that immediately tells me this is like someone who's like 18 to 19 years old, and this is the first time they've ever had to work with adults, like, you know, that are like, you know, over the age of 25.
It's almost like, you know, since they're teaching kids in like, you know, schools growing up that like safe spaces are a thing and like not really teaching about the real world, that's why we have this now.
This is where we use Microsoft Teams to connect each other for work. Now, if you've ever used Microsoft Teams, which I use on a regular basis, it is very limited. They even say there's very few emojis. Like, yeah, why the fuck? You don't need a lot of fucking emojis when you're working. It's thumbs up or like a haha. Like that's pretty much it. Like okay, and are you gonna thumbs down somebody at work? No, like no, you're gonna call them and you're gonna talk to them. Like this is the bullshit of trying to avoid conversation.
Okay, isn't Teams like a video networking platform?
It's a messenger. It's like okay. Yeah, it's just like a Facebook Messenger type scenario, but like it's inside corporations and stuff like that. So like you'll have your network, and then you can also connect with other Teams networks, which are other companies as well that are like vendors or different types of like scenarios. So like there's lots of different situations in which you'll be using Teams with like outside members of your company, or people who are outside of your company rather. But like you don't need very many emojis, because most of the time you will be on either a conference call, you're going to talk to the person, or the only time I've ever had to use the messenger was in office with like coworkers. So you don't need to like send fancy elaborate emails, or you don't need to send anything wordy or nothing like that. You just kind of go, okay, cool. Like you just, it's to the point.
Just letting you know now, since I'm a jackass and I like poking fun at what people get triggered by, we are going to start a Til Death Podcast Network, Teams. And I'm going to be sending you and movies thumbs up the whole fucking time.
That's fine. I don't care. Like you're not going to trigger me about that. I don't even think you're not gonna trigger movies about that either. We're just probably gonna mute you eventually. Like, all right, whatever. This guy's getting annoying. All he does is send fucking thumbs up, and he doesn't do anything with this. But it's like I either react or reply if it's short answers of great or thanks. I also feel that I use too many exclamation marks, but that's a different story. Yeah, well, that's just like the young generation. And I feel like I've caught myself using too many exclamation points. I've actually caught myself, and I stopped myself from using too many exclamation points because I feel like that's gay. Like, I would rather just kind of like, I was like, no, I'm trying too hard to be funny, or like, hey, I'm interested in what you're doing, but then I feel like I'm a dancing monkey, and I don't want to do that. I would rather just hit the fucking period and be like, that's what I said, bitch.
No, I use a lot of exclamation points too, but it's like if you put like 4 sentences and they all have the exclamation points, you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
Calm
now
down.
you're too excited.
Yeah, like one of those sentences doesn't have to be excited, but then I go back and I read the message and I'm like, no, but I'm excited about all those sentences. So it's like this. It's the dichotomy of being a dude and not, you know, like a straight dude, and like not wanting to be gay. You know what I mean?
I understand that.
Exactly. Like the Bill Burr thing when he was, you know, is like someone, you hurt yourself and someone tries to help you up and you're like, get out of here. You're gay. Like, why are you helping you? You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So for young people, a thumbs up emoji is used for really passive aggressive. Used to be really passive aggressive. Let me start that again. For younger people, the thumbs up emoji is used to be really passive aggressive. There you go, Shawn. Thank you for reading that correctly. You're welcome. You're welcome. But like, really, I can't imagine like if I sent like a text message to like a Gen Z kid and they give me a thumbs up, is that them giving me the middle finger, or is that like what is that? Like, I don't understand. Is this the same thing? Are we doing the same thing right now?
What's great is I typed in GIFs to, or I might have seen it on a post or something, but I typed in thumbs up, and it was a guy going like this. Like he was about it was a thumbs up, and I was like,
it's pretty good.
It's just funny. It's like, dude, like, okay, like, I get it that you get offended by things, you know, like whatever. I get it. But like, do you realize that there's people like me in the world that when you tell me that you don't like something, I'm a jackass and I'm going to do it more because it makes me laugh that you're uncomfortable. So like, you're literally advertising what people can make fun of you for.
Yeah. So like, here we go. Here's someone, Barry Kennedy's 24 years old. I only use it sarcastically, though sometimes I'm not even sure if the irony comes across. You're right. It doesn't come across because it's stupid. Like, you're a moron for thinking that that's going to be like sarcastic. Like, no, we use that to acknowledge like, this is like, okay, cool. Got it. Thanks. It's like you're sarcastic unless someone knows your personality that much. No one gives a fuck what you think.
If someone knows your humor, like now, if I used a thumbs up between me and you or movie or whatever, then it might be funny because of, you know, whatever.
Because of this now. Because we're talking about it. That's the only reason why. But like without that context, it's gone. But yeah, I'm ready to move over to the next thing, which would be the protester stuff.
Yeah, I'm good with that. If you are.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm steering the fucking boat tonight, buddy. You're along for the ride. Let's go. I guess. Obviously, you know, this stuff is all about the plant-based future bullshit here, where it's like, oh, so these protesters are going around and they're pouring out gallons or half gallons, doesn't matter. It's in Europe, so that they have probably the metric system of fucking liquids, and they're pouring out all the milks, which is just like so beyond stupid to me. Like the one of their arguments that they keep on making is the fact that, oh, there's all these starving families. Bitch, you're fucking pouring out fucking food. Like, this is stuff. Go ahead.
It's completely annoying, and it's like, dude, so why aren't they arrested for theft. Because you know what I mean? Because if I ate a Snickers bar in the fucking store and didn't pay for it, that'd be theft, right? They're dumping out and not using the item and not paying for it, right?
No, absolutely. And like if anything, the security isn't doing anything either. Because in this video, I've seen this video before. I don't know. I don't think maybe I have the video of this one. Let me see here. This one might have all of the different videos for it.
Yeah, and then there's another one where they like pouring it over the top of the meat counter, and I'm like,
yeah, it's just like, here we go. Here's this one. Oh, greenhouse gases.
I can't see it. I don't know if it's on the right window.
Maybe you're not on. Oh, I switched windows. I'm a jackass. I'm a jackass. I switched.
I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, that's me. Watchers Rebellion. Here it is. This is the one that I'm on. Okay, now you can actually like. Whoop.
For more greenhouse gas emissions than the oil giants like Exxon, Shell, and BP, the top 4 dairy companies are responsible.
This guy's just hoping he can break off a piece of any of these two girls over here. Like, no, maybe they'll fuck me after this because I'm gonna break the rules with them.
Yeah, he's a fucking cuck. That's what they do.
This is like by definition soy boy over here.
He's a fucking male feminist.
Literally by definition soy boy.
Yeah, exactly. It's so disgusting.
And like now the customers kind of come over and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And they go, it's about this. It's about the plant-based future. Eat the bugs. You're not going to own anything and you'll be happy. We love George Soros. Peaceful protest. It's not peaceful for the fucking people who wanted to buy that shit. Like you're just dumping it out. It's not peaceful for the grocery store that's got to like now take the loss on all that milk.
Yeah, and it's also fucking destruction of property, right? That's
Absolutely.
not peaceful.
No.
I mean, just fucking saying.
I mean, like if you look at the Summer of Love, apparently it's considered peaceful.
Well, yeah, that's based on fucking the Seattle.
Fiery, but mostly peaceful.
Yeah, like that, dude, it's just so funny. The CNN, the fucking CNN chick or dude that was on there, and like, and he's all, oh, it's mostly peaceful, and there's a fucking fire just
a little fiery.
Fire's peaceful. Doesn't ruin anything.
Look at this guy in the corner though. Like this guy right over here. Like every time he just looks so sad. Like, God, my mom made me be here today. Like he just got dropped off in like the family van. Hold the sign, honey. Hold it higher.
Yeah, either that or he's like, okay, so the girl just touched the tip, and she said that if I stand here with this sign, she'll go throat deep. That's what.
She won't let me finish, but like at least I got a little something out of it.
Yeah, and then if I hold the sign a second time, then she'll let me fuck her. Like that's what's going on.
Look. Now, if you're that grocery store manager, I understand. Like right now in today's climate, like you'll get like reprimanded and like probably arrested if you were to grab like her by the arm or like the hair and like throw her out of the store. But grip her up by her fucking like loose ass clothes and drag her ass out of the fucking store.
And it's okay, and it's not just ruining that piece of the store like where it's everything. They're standing in it. So now it's going to be tracked. There's going to be milk tracked everywhere in the store. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like you're not just ruining that little area and destroying property. Now you're making all these people that they would probably sit there and say, "Oh, you're not paying workers enough, and there needs to be universal basic income, a minimum wage, all this stuff." And now you're making them work harder to clean up your fucking shit. It's ridiculous.
It's just disgusting, stupid behavior. Here's another one.
They look like they smell like sour milk.
Oh, I'm sure they do. They seem fucking disgusting. Oh, get your sign out, buddy. Get your sign out. Oh, yeah, plant-based future. So, again, like milk does not like hurt the cow. It helps the cow. It helps the cow because the cow would be in pain otherwise.
Yeah, it's like a mother when they're breastfeeding, they need to release.
They're in
milk.
pain. Like they have to like release that milk. Otherwise, it'll be extremely painful for them. It'll cause infections and could like be pretty serious in that case. So like it's important that they milk the cows, and they're just like, oh well, we're gonna dump all this milk out. Now I understand that they're saying like plant-based future because like essentially where the milk comes from is from pregnant cows because they're creating veal, they're creating more steers and like beef and different stuff like that. Like there's a whole ecosystem that is dependent on cows, you know, and like so like especially you talk about like economy. The economy around beef is just ridiculous. That is, if you want to talk about just beef alone, that is Ireland's #1 export.
Yeah.
You know, not many people would know that about Ireland, but that's a big one.
So you're ruining the economy of different nations and different, you know, areas because you're taking away whatever. And it's like, dude, like,
well, it just shows you that they stand for nothing.
I think the funniest thing that is if I was in this store, all I would have to do to trigger them would just ask why. Like going up to me like, hey, what are you doing? And they'd be like, oh, well, you know, it's we're protesting, blah, blah, blah. Why? Oh, well, if you do this, but why? And like they work themselves up and get triggered, and then they would, you know, then they would basically
look at me, I'm Hitler.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I would end up being. And I'm like, dude, I'm just asking you why, because you look ridiculous.
Well, yeah, they would totally look at you like you're Hitler because you like to eat meat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, what? Why? Okay, you're like, I understand, like, you know, the minority, if they make noise, then the minority of any situation, they're going to make noise and then, you know, try and become the majority. But it's like, dude, you're the minority. So if you don't want to do that, cool, then just don't eat meat. Like, don't drink milk. Like,
yeah,
there's options.
So this is kind of like again, like going over just like that. Those are the milk pourers, and they want a plant-based future, right? So thinking about this a little bit more, I was like, okay, so if they're talking about a plant-based future, that means like basically like veganism, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because like vegetarians, they still drink milk and whatnot. Vegetarians don't want an animal killed. Vegans don't want anything from the animal. But if you look into like vegan diets, they require a lot of fucking supplements, and those supplements require them. Let's see here. Open this guy up. Here we go. So this is essentially, if you want to be vegan, this is your morning. Your morning looks like you just raided a fucking pharmacy. Like this is how you can survive. You have to have your proteins. You got to have your iron. You got to have your greens. You got to have collagen boosters, your B12. B12 is a big one, especially with beef, red meat. Like it just comes naturally in there, but because you're not eating any, you're avoiding it. Vitamin C, even like there, I know there's ways in order for you to get those like certain types of vitamins being vegan, like in your system from like, you know, different fruits and like nuts and stuff like that. But let's be honest, that shit fucking sucks. Like that is a shitty way to fucking live your life.
I mean, even like the way that we eat and, you know, and all that stuff. Yeah, we eat meat and, you know, it's paleo and whatever, but we still take vitamins and supplements and all that stuff. So it doesn't mean that just because you eat like even if you eat meat and that's, you know, like we should be taking supplements and all that shit anyways.
Well, like my point is that you don't need to take all of this entire pharmacy of things if you just had a balanced diet of like eating meat and then also having vegetables and fruits and things like that. So like you don't need to like go down this route. Like, yeah, sure, if you want to like try and improve your metabolic metabolism and things like that, like you want to try, you're gonna have to have supplements because like as your body gets older, your body can't keep up with certain things and whatnot. So like, yeah, there's going to be this balance of things that changes, but for the most part, if you want to be fairly healthy, you eat good food, you know, and that includes eating meat. We are carnivores, you know, but we like, you know, omnivores, really. We can eat like whatever, but still like it to me, this isn't natural. Like having to go and like, you know, just like I'm going to be vegan and therefore I have to spend like $100-something like a month on all these fucking supplements in order for me to like feel some kind of like, you know, like I'm doing something good in the world. Like, no, like I shouldn't have to do that. I should just like want to just take care of myself. Go ahead.
I would really like them to go up to the carnivore or carnivorous animals that are in the wild and say, why are you eating meat? Like go up to a lion.
Yeah, why are you eating any kind of meat, dude? You shouldn't eat meat. Meat's bad.
Like, hey,
it's bad for the
standing
world.
I'm gonna eat you.
It's like, well, you're in front of me, and I can get protein out of you, so that's what I'm going to do. And so then that leads me to this, and all these protests are happening in the UK, mind you, right now. But like essentially what happens in the UK trickles over into the US eventually. So like it will trickle over to here when it comes to this type of stuff as well. Then the other protest is the Just Stop Oil. That's the name of the protest organization. Just Stop Oil.
People are so dumb.
Yeah, well, this is this one right here. Protesters arrested after throwing substance from soup cans at Vincent van Gogh's sunflowers. Now, if you saw this, to me, like this just makes me think that they were bigger fans of Andy Warhol than they were Van Gogh. So they just started holding up soup cans and shit like that. And they glued themselves to the wall, which is the dumbest freaking thing ever. Like, do they think that super glue just like, I'm stuck, that's it? Like, no, they can easily rip your hand off the wall, even with super glue, hun. Like, that's not going to do anything. But
yeah, and also, okay, so you're saying that oil paintings are the problem now, and you're wasting food that could go to hungry people in, other, disadvantaged countries, right? So, like, you're saying that you're protesting things, or you're doing all these things, and you want to stop injustices with oil and all this stuff, but you're doing injustices.
Let me refresh this page. So here it is. Okay, I wanted to refresh the page because there's a video of the actual protest that I wanted to show here, and like just in 6 seconds. I'm not gonna show the ad though because that's annoying. Here we go. Now we can show it. And Andy Warhol hates you. Now, an important thing to kind of keep in mind with this is that like these paintings aren't just like exposed, like there's glass in front of that.
Yeah,
like,
so
they didn't do anything.
Okay, cool. So they can just replace the glass.
Not even have to do that, just wipe it down. Like, this is literally just like a PR stunt for them to just kind of like, hey, look at me, because actually, let's watch a little bit more of this and I'll continue on, but yeah, get your glue out, hon. Yeah. So look at that. They get model glue. Have you ever fucked around with model glue?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, if you take it and you just stick your hand on the wall, like, it's gonna have to be there for some time before, like, it's like it hurts to peel it off. Like
okay. You know what I propose for all these dumb activisty protesters that like dump milk out at things and stand in front of this or glue themselves to the fucking wall?
Right.
Airsoft. Airsoft.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of pain. It's not going to kill them as long as you don't shoot them in the fucking eyeball. But just get them in the ankles, get them in the side. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not even paintballs. Paintballs is ridiculous, but airsoft, because you can get a lot more off, and it's funner.
Yeah, I used to play
moving.
airsoft.
Yeah,
it's fun.
They're not even moving, so it's a fucking way easier target than some dingus with a fucking milk carton running around the store.
Yeah, it hurts them and gives them a couple of welts, but like, we're not encouraging violence by any means. We're not.
Thumbs up.
That's not what we stand for here.
What is worth more, art or life? Is it worth more than food? Worth more than justice? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people?
The cost
of living.
Okay, you know how they say all lives matter? I don't agree with it.
Yeah, all lives matter is not a good statement. But just to point out like the idiocy of this real quick is that like the entire world is based off of like petroleum. Like our entire like economy, all of our like the capitalism, everything is based off of oil, because in order for us to get our goods, in order for us to get the food across the country, it requires oil. It all requires oil. So like to say like, oh, we have to stop the oil companies and we have to do this, like, and she has this Greta Thunberg kind of like vibe to her as well, how she like talks and everything. But like, she like, is art more important than starving families? I'm like, what? Like, is that the argument you're making right now? Like, this is not the argument you should be making. Like, argue for like why you think oil is bad.
Okay, so to butt end what you just said about petroleum, right? I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna go with this. These are all the things that would be affected from petroleum being outlawed, right? Floor wax, football cleats, football and motorcycle helmets, artificial turf, bicycle tires, insecticides, nail polish, so they, their little, funny drag shows wouldn't happen.
Well, wait, hold on. Just like before you continue, look what, like, if you can see down here, she's got her nails done. Like this one's got her nails painted. So the one to the left.
That was my point with that one. And then shoe polish, antiseptics, soap, deodorant. They're probably not affected by that one. Refrigerant. Life jackets, electrical tape, epoxy. Oh wait, so like glue? Okay.
Yeah. Weird. They used it.
Yeah, paintbrushes, roofing, lipstick. So neither of those two, because one was a dude, I think, and then or whatever. Synthetic rubber, electric blankets, nylon rope, tennis rackets, shower curtains. They're not affected by that one either. Yeah, trash bags. Oh, so they would be outlawed.
Well,
water
their
pipes,
wardrobes would be. Their wardrobes would be.
Yeah, water pipes. So they couldn't smoke their weeds. Hand lotion, guitar strings, critically important to get through the COVID-19 shutdown. I don't know. That was weird.
Well, I'm just saying parachutes, telephones, cameras. So like their iPhones and everything, they would all be gone.
I'm going through it. Luggage, safety glasses, toothbrushes. They're not affected by that either. Tents, parachutes, telephones, cameras. So the things they use to get their message out. Hair curlers, movie film, golf balls. Oh, that's the patriarchy. That's, white rich men. Asphalt that creates our roadways. Well, they want to get rid of, gas and, cars anyway. So there we go. Fertilizers, detergents, furniture, ballpoint pens, skis, fishing rods, soft contact lenses, fan belts, artificial limbs, and hearing aids. Okay, so those last two. So you're literally taking away life-altering items like artificial limbs and hearing aids for people that, that need them. So you're basically taking away those things.
Yeah, and again, like these items that you're listing, those are just items that are made from petroleum. Like exactly. And when we think about things that are affected by petroleum, that would be like our food and whatnot. Where like in order for it to be get it across the country and whatnot, or shipped overseas and whatnot, all your Amazon purchases, that's all reliant on petroleum, all of it.
Yeah.
So we can easily say that these girls are morons.
Crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis. Fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families. They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup.
That's Heinz. Damn it. I was hoping it was Chef Boyardee.
Well, okay. And what's funny is they probably have this little speech prepared. And then if you actually tried to debate them on it or discuss anything with them, you're Hitler.
It's just talking. It's just like it's their mind's gone blank and they're just talking right now. But all right, so the reason why I wanted to bring this up too is because so over the weekend, I was watching Josh Lakash's show, like Wrong Opinion, and he actually reached out to the Just Stop Oil organization, and they agreed to have somebody on his show for Saturday's live stream that he was doing on censor.tv. And right before the show went live, they messaged him and they said, "We're really sorry, but we're not going to be able to get on the stream with you today. We'll be in touch to touch base soon or something like that. And he was like, well, can I talk with somebody else then? Like if anybody else is available? And they go, sorry, we're really popular right now. That was the response. Sorry, we're really popular right now. So obviously this is all just for popularity. This is all just like a PR stunt in order for them to get some notoriety and be like, hey, this is our 15 minutes of fame. Everyone's going to look at us. We're going to get a whole bunch of Twitter. Yeah, they're just chasing after followers. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's just fucking clout chasing. That's all it is.
So essentially, it's like, this to me is just absolutely insane that they're doing this type of shit. But there's another video that just came out, and again, it's all because they're trying to just create this. Let me see, where is it? Here it is. They're just trying to get people to pay attention to them. Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Look what I can do! Look, he's spraying some kind of, I don't know what it's like, orange paint or.
Vaginal juice.
I have no idea what the looks like a fire extinguisher, but it's like orange. Wait till you see this guy's outfit, Ian. You're just gonna be like, what the fuck?
We will not be stopped by injunctions that are intended to silence protest.
Ron Weasley?
We're a non-violent
Ron Howard.
disobedience movement. We know
No, it's the ugly brother.
The injunctions against us are irrelevant in comparison with mass starvation.
There it is. Look at this. He's wearing like this cloth, like kind of like tube top thing, or it's like a little sports bra thing or whatever. It's like
he looks like the downtown homeless crazy that's on drugs, like dressed up like that. That's literally what they dress up at.
Yeah, I know. And like, to me, it's gone so far with like where people are at, like with just what they're doing. Like this is how they get attention. Well, trans didn't get me any attention, so now I'm going to protest for this Just Stop Oil nonsense and spray orange gook all over fucking public walls.
With the genocidal policies that our government is pushing for, with their 100 new fossil fuel licenses in the North Sea.
Like, ask him what any of that means, what he just said. What any of it means. What are you talking about?
So you're saying that because they use fossil fuels, they're committing genocide?
Yeah, it's like, can you please elaborate on that? Like that, I don't understand your thought process. Like none of this makes any sense. And
I'm kind of retarded.
And do you know what movie this reminds me of? Like what all these protesters remind me of. Do you have any idea?
What is it? The fucking oh fuck. It's the movie with Luke Wilson.
No, it's not Idiocracy. No.
Okay, Idiocracy.
No. If you're familiar with this, with the Green Inferno,
never seen it.
Oh no,
never seen it,
dude. That's your viewing tonight. You are gonna fucking love it. You will love it.
Tell me what I have to do.
Oh, dude. But no, dude. I'm telling you, you will be like. I'm telling you, you will fucking be texting me at like 3 a.m. You're like, oh my God, dude, I can't believe this shit. Like it's so the premise of the movie is about these like teen liberals that are like in college and they want to make a difference in the Amazon. So they go and they were doing like bullshit fucking protests beforehand. Like, oh, sorry, I can't eat that. I'm on a hunger strike. Like that type of shit. And then like they go to the Amazon to go and save a rainforest that has indigenous natives living in there. And so like there's these Portuguese people that are trying to like tear down the forest, and they got like AK-47s and shit like that. And like, so then these kids, they sneak in as construction workers, they chain themselves to the trees, and then they use their cell phones to try and like deter these people. Like, look, you're being live streamed. You can't hurt us. You can't touch us. And like, so it works on them, but then like later on, those kids, like their plane goes down in the woods in the forest that they were protecting, and the indigenous people find them, and they're cannibals. So like it's just fucking awesome. Like it's like, dude, the death scenes in that movie are fucking amazing. You're gonna love it,
Dude.
You're gonna love it.
I am down. That's hilarious.
You're gonna and like you're gonna laugh at like some of like the talking points. I don't know if I can eat this. I'm vegan. And like, dude, you're starving. Eat that.
It's so ridiculous. These people don't understand like what they say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna turn this down real quick.
We'll still get clipped.
So all right. So I won't do that. I'll just go like see like they'll do like this type of shit where like, oh, I'm wearing a mask, and like I'm see if like they tied themselves to something.
You'll see his fucking face.
Oh yeah, and then here they are coming with the AKs. All right. Oh yeah, and then here they're pulling on the chains and stuff like that. Like, oh, you're tied to a chain. I can't hurt you. But then like one of the girls is a daughter of a senator at the UN, so they used her as like fucking as a tool. This girl, she's like the star of like the movie too, and like they're ready to blow her fucking head off because her chain didn't lock, and they did that shit on fucking purpose. They gave her a faulty fucking lock, so that way like, no, you can't kill her. Her father's on the UN, and they're all live streaming the fucking dude, and like so it's fucking intense, dude. Like this is a cool ass fucking movie. So I'm glad that.
From what you're saying, it sounds like a comedy. Is it?
I would say there's moments that are kind of comedic in the beginning, and then it gets very fucking dark and serious.
Okay, so are they meaning to be comedic though, or is it just like they're funny because
yes, and I would say yes. I would say the director had a sense of humor about what these types of protesters stand for. So like these types of protesters don't really have any backbone behind what they're saying and what they're doing, or no research behind what they're standing up for. They're just kind of like, hey, you know what? We don't like oil, so therefore, boom, we're gonna do this. And like so, like to me, like that's what this movie kind of represented.
What makes me laugh is there's this one video of I think Joe Rogan was talking about it one time. He was talking about there's some butcher that like there was a vegan protest or whatever, and so the butcher like outside of his restaurant or whatever.
Right.
So what he did is he just set up his cutting board and just dressed and fucking cut up deer or whatever right there in the front window where they were protesting.
Nice.
hey, y'all.
I used to like it when that you would see the people protesting. I forget where it was, probably somewhere in Europe, but like they were protesting the meat stuff, and they would be in the streets like sitting down, and the dude would just come eating a kebab like right in front of like
so good. And it's like, dude, if you're gonna be a cunt, do you expect anyone else not to be a cunt back to you? Like that's what you're asking for.
Yeah,
it's so
dumb. So I got one more for us. It's kind of fun. So we went from a pretty like heavy topic now to like we can go some fun stuff, and I got a fun video for us to end on too, probably, I think. And yeah, what's up? You good?
Oh no, I was just, yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah, speaking of diets and all that type of stuff, before we were talking about like with the vegans, air pollution is making women fat. So I put this out on like the Whiskey Capitalist Twitter that women should stop breathing. I think it's in their best interest if all women just kind of stop breathing for a while, kind of cut back on some of those calories, like think about like the way you present yourself and how you're going to get a man. If you want to really get a man today, you got to present well. So breathing isn't going to do that.
So that's what happened to Lizzo.
Well, essentially, yeah, like obviously this must all be cake batter in the air, So this is a city of bakers, just bakeries. And it's like looks like
you
all the
shouldn't
water
have like divots in your profile.
Yeah. Well, especially with hers. Hers is disgusting.
How many rashes does she have?
Well, the worst part to me is that, all right, so like somebody did comment and they said exactly what I was going to get at with like the fact that like Lizzo is basically the new body positive like image for women, where it's like, oh, it's okay to be fat, it's okay to be overweight and stuff like that. Like, well, yeah, it's okay to be a little overweight because like that's just, happens sometimes. But like as long as you try to maintain, control, lose weight, be healthy, eat right, exercise. And the big thing is eat right, exercise, because that's usually what does it for you. I mean, like I can tell you perfectly, being totally honest, I'm totally a dad bod. But the thing is, like, I got kids. Like, I don't spend time like at the gym all day long. I do make time, maybe like 3 days a week going to the gym, but that's just because I care about my physique.
Well, and also like, dude, I've been a skin and bones fucking kid my whole fucking life, except when I was a baby. I was a fucking chubby ass baby, but that's a whole different story. But like, like maybe in the past year or two, like I got a little extra on the stomach now. And even, dude, my dad said something about it, and I was like, hey, fucker.
Well, you know what does it? The booze does it, man. So like, and the thing is, like, from me running all the time, like I've been running and like for the past like month, just like training for this shit. And I lost like my love handles, like they went away, but like my front gut is still kind of there, and that's like the booze weight. The booze, the booze weight's in the front, buddy.
Yeah, you got that fupa, that front butt. Like I got a little bit of the poop too, but like, like once you get older, your body metabolism and your body chemistry works a little bit different. So everyone kind of gets that little extra, that freshman 15. You know what I mean? Like everyone gets it a little bit. Yeah, like, it just fucking happens, dude.
But it looks like all the water weight might actually be from the air.
Blame anything but the 20 metric tons of extra glazed donuts and mac and cheese.
Essentially, that's the problem. We're talking about like the problem is like, you're not being accountable for what you're eating. And they're saying like, oh, the pollution in the air. Like, say, let's see here. Exposure to air pollution was tied to higher body fat proportions and lower lean mass for the middle-aged women. Increased by 4.5% or about 2.6 pounds. Now, the thing is like, okay, that's cool. Now do China. Explain China, because China has more smog and more pollution than anywhere else in the fucking world. And they are the tiniest, smallest, like maybe they're just all starving, but like, they're... Yep. Maybe, but like, I don't know. I'm just thinking like, well, really? Like, we're going to blame
COVID.
Yeah, schlong COVID's probably what it is. They're getting too much of the D. Yeah, that's her problem. You know what her problem is? She's not on top enough.
Okay, how are you that fat and your ass looks like that?
Well, because the weight just went everywhere else. Like, God damn it, I got no boobs and I got no ass. Everything just went right to my gut, and I'm wearing these crazy spandex pants trying to suck in the middle of my gut so I get this M shape or a double hump.
Yeah, it's like you got fucking wings on your arms and you got a double hoop.
Actually, if you go, it's a cursive M if you go all the way up.
Yeah, or it looks like the profile of like a dude sucking in her like little gut.
No, what was his face? Hitchcock. It's Hitchcock's silhouette. Alfred Hitchcock.
Don't you remember the second act of The Nutty Professor where global warming and dirty air was eradicated and Eddie Murphy turned into Buddy Love?
So look at this. Here we can see fat escaping from a building.
No, I just farted.
Well, that's just all the fat escaping Ian's ass right here.
Yeah. If only.
Residential address.
Okay, so my whole point that I was bringing up, like with my dad saying something like saying something like, "Hey, you're looking a little hefty there." Like that's all he said. But like I don't like fat people, so like I took it as like, "Hey, fucker, like that's not cool." And then so like I got a little triggered by it. I'll fucking admit. And then but what I did is I like made it a joke and I like fucked around with him. And then so for Father's Day, I got him a card and I said, "It's not a dad bod, it's a father figure." And he was like, "Okay, I get it. I get it."
Movies has got to go, but it's like her body looks like the grip of my Smith & Wesson revolver.
Her front, not her body, her front.
Yeah, or her front. Well, her body to me, it's the whole thing. But yeah, that's great. You get a star, buddy. So I got one more.
You are correct, sir. Yes.
Yes, you are correct. I got one final video. It's a fun one though. Like, so this is kind of like a final video type scenario, but we could probably do some bumpers, some promotion for what we're doing with the network before we share the final video.
Yeah. So let me see. We are. Should we just do the ending then? We're just ending it.
Well, I got a video, but I mean, like, yeah, we could just do. Like, I could do the video, and then we could do the ending.
Yeah, let's do the video first, and then we'll do all the promos.
Okay, fair enough. Didn't know if you wanted to get all that stuff out of the way before we did this, but okay.
Well, yeah, it would tie up the end of the episode with all that shit.
So I don't know if you've seen this or not. Have you seen like this video where it's like the Biden kind of like song of all his guffs, like all his like screw ups?
Oh, good God. Okay, it's not copyright, is it?
As far as I know, it's not.
Okay, well, this should be fun to find out. All right, go ahead.
Well, if it is, you know what happens? We end up
blame you.
Yeah, we just put it on mute. So it's like, hey, so if you're watching this live, you get a little extra something. But if you're not, well, you should have tuned in live.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Going to my mind's going blank now. What's happening? What, I can't remember. I'm gonna lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are we? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now. Where am I? I keep forgetting I'm president. Where am I? No idea. Last night on the television, I was on a telephone rapidly rising with I don't know. COVID has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's why NHEI. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foot in we're going to seize ill-begotten gains of Putin's autocracy. NATO's purpose is to defend against aggression. Let me make that near and dear to you that you would like to be able to. Anyway, my mind's going blank now. I can't remember. Lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here?
Isn't that fun?
Dude, okay, like there's so many ones in there when he just like,
you know the thing.
Or it's like when his tongue like it sounds like he's swallowing the back of his tongue. It's like, dude, oh my fuck.
I like the one with the poo and he's like, oh, yeah.
Drew it out of stop the pressure.
I think there's like a whole nother verse in this thing. Hold on.
My mind's going. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now.
The breakdown.
The idea that the political coverage. I want to thank and recognize Dr. John Kingersong. My mind's going blank now. What's happening? I can't remember. Lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are you? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember.
Oh, that's just fun. What's this about nuclear football, fellas?
That's what he has. Like, honestly, at least twice a week, I tweet out, just going to say again, this guy has the nuclear codes. Like, because it's you know what I mean? Like, you can't not, like, point that out because it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, again, he's a puppet. So, and like, there was a whole other thing that we could talk about another time, but like, yeah, essentially that's all the left wants. They want a puppet in office, and that's what they got. They got exactly that. And this guy just is a clown. And you couldn't make this song without this many like screw ups in only like it's been 2 years of him in office now.
Okay, so to bookend that, you've seen this, right?
Oh yeah, yes, I've seen this. This is just like I think movies shared this before.
Yeah, so you've seen the. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, for you, Mr. President, we take 50% off.
Yeah, because he needs the discount, right?
Right, senior discount. No. Here, I can't do math. You just keep the change.
You're giving a decrepit old man fucking.
He's like, do I give you this money or do I give it to the adults? I don't know.
Oh, come on, man.
100. So the president tipped $20. It's like, all right. It's like, oh wow, what a nice guy. Like he's the president. Couldn't he tip $100?
Right here is so like, where am I? Right here.
Yeah,
watch.
I know. What?
Check it, quesadilla. You fucking
retarded. And then somebody grabs him by the elbow and just coasts him along, just takes him right out to the front door. Come on, let's go get your ice cream, Mr. Biden.
This is in his head right now. There's someone controlling.
Yeah, but that guy's exhausted. He's like, oh my God, I've been doing this for 50 fucking years. Please retire me. Retire me.
An alien is like, oh my fucking, please, unalive right now. That's what needs to happen.
Make it stop.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, let me bring up our little fucking thing, a little outro thing. There we go. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning into the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, do all of the things. Oh, wait,
smash the subscribe.
Burrito run. Yes. Just got to clean up those chats real quick. I hope they hide the nuclear football behind a poster of an of-age woman. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? I read that like I was you.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to read that shit live on the air, especially out loud. You're like, oh wait, am I reading this right? Oh no.
Like, I
feel the fucking pressure every time I'm reading out loud. Like, and then like I'm reading it out loud live. Oh fuck.
Yeah, and then the both of us are fucking dickheads. So anytime you're like, oh shit.
As soon as I screw up a word, like, oh wait, I'm stumbling. This is it.
Yeah, and you're like, because you can feel either me or movies being like,
yeah. So at this point, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna put this on the screen. You read it for yourselves.
Today, Junior.
I skimmed through the reading too quickly, and I missed some words. And you guys, oh, you didn't say that. Oh, you are that Leonardo DiCaprio meme of like, oh,
hey. No, I understand it because you're used to like reading shit by yourself, so you just skim through shit. I know that word, and that word, and then
I get the power words, the words that actually matter in like the sentence. I'm like, okay, I got it, and then like you're like, it's her front, not her body.
Well, I mean, they are the words on the screen. I'm just saying, you gotta be. That's also me, someone that is a fucking English fucking nerd. Someone spells something wrong, the your and there, and yeah, you can go fuck yourself with your face right there. Yeah. All right, so before we continually just berate each other, because I'm sure you guys don't like that.
Don't need to hear enough of that. Yeah,
we'll just do that the whole fucking time. Also, make sure you go to solo.to/thewhiskeycapitalist to check out all of our links and find out how to stay in touch with us. Go to bit.ly/the Whiskey Capitalist merch to check out our fully stacked merch store. Go to solo.to/Til Death Studios if you want some digital media done, and I'll get you taken care of. If you want to see the podcast that I have with me and my wife, go check out the other videos on the channel, or go to solo.to/Til Death Podcast. And Movies America, who's in the chat all the time, and we appreciate you. We're glad you're here, and he's going to be a part of the Til Death Podcast Network here soon. So go check him out. He'll be on the channel. I'm guessing once you get back from vacation, we'll have Sippin with Shawn and Movies America on there. Speaking of Sippin with Shawn,
yeah, I was hoping to try and start doing a live stream this Friday, but I just remembered that I think I have a wedding on Friday. I'm not sure if it's Friday or Saturday. I have a wedding I have to attend, but like, I don't know. I got shit going on. I'm trying to get the live streams up and running as quickly as possible, but solo.to/I'm Shawn Cav is where all my links are. You can go and you can check it out, where it's got my Twitter, my Telegram, Gab, Truth, blah, 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 all that shit, like Getter. And you can follow me on any one of those social media platforms. And it's going to be where I'm posting all my updates about what's going on with Sippin with Shawn, especially when it comes to when the live streams are going to be getting posted on the Til Death Podcast Network channel, which, you know, you're already on there. It's going to be here, but we're going to be doing Fridays happy hour. I think we're leaning at around like 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So like we're going to try and do like, and again, I was telling Ian about this earlier, where I'm going to try and see if I can do some on location live streams. You know, say, fuck it. You know, I'm going to, yeah, I mean, like, why the fuck not? Like, especially even like my first one, why the hell wouldn't I just try to go to like a spot and like, you know, have people bring me beers while I talk shit into a fucking microphone?
Sounds like a good idea. And
that's a great show. And I'll be in public, so maybe people want to talk to me while I'm there.
You got to have a little bit of a gimmick, because there's so many things that go on with there's so many shows out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to have a little.
And I don't want us overlapping a whole lot with what we're doing. So maybe, like, you know, if I'm talking some shit at a bar, then, you know, whoever's sitting next to me, maybe they want to talk to me about what's going on with what I'm saying. So, you know, then we get some like man on the street type shit.
Well, yeah. So basically what you're saying is that every week there's going to be someone that goes and beats the shit out of you on camera.
If they find me.
So, yes, Movies. We got the TDPN logo there. I got it down there at the bottom of my screen. And Shawn, live from a woman's march. Hey, what is a woman?
Yeah, what is a woman?
I don't know.
Yeah, Movies. That's a pretty broad statement of you.
Yeah. wait for it.
Broad statement.
Look at me. I'm Hitler.
It's a great drop.
Dude, it's so fucking good. Yeah, and that Negas drop is coming for sure. I got a couple other drops that I want to work on, but I got so much shit going on. Speaking of all that, all the shit that we have going on, Til Death Podcast Network is going to be starting up with all 4 shows in full force once you get back. I was thinking, honestly,
probably going to be November.
Once you get back from vacation, then you kind of, go, balls deep. So that's when movies content will start. That the new shit. I'm gonna still start getting his stuff, done and ready to go for his past episodes and whatever. But that's when his new video episodes will start coming up. Every Thursday is what we came up with.
Cool.
So yeah, so Mondays for us is gonna be Twitter Space and live stream. Tuesdays are off. Wednesdays is gonna be a live stream. The 2-hour one for us. Thursdays Movies America. Friday is going to be Sippin with Shawn live streams from wherever you decide to do it, and then every other Saturday Til Death Podcast episode is going to come out. So
yeah, and I guess one other thing is that this Wednesday during the day I'm recording. It should be getting posted like probably later that day or the next day. I'm recording on a Drumming for All nonprofit podcast channel where they're gonna have me on there. I guess it's gonna be more music related because it's like drumming and bass kind of like all tied together. So it'll be if you're a music nut or you're a nerd like me and you're into that type of stuff, I would say definitely check it out because it's gonna be some cool conversations, all music related.
Yeah, so go on Twitter and check out I'm Shawn Cav. Let me get rid of this little banner. So I'm Shawn Cav right here. Go check that out for his Twitter, and he will have all that info up for you. And speaking of Wednesday, we are going to have the Culture Council podcast. We're going to have them on the show.
Oh, sweet.
Go check them out.
They agreed to join.
I'm going to work with them tomorrow about some StreamYard stuff so they can, get that figured out. And then we'll have them on the show. Check them out at Cult Council Pod on Twitter and decentdigitalmedia.com. So if you guys have watched us for a minute, we were on their show, and then OBS decided that they wanted to shit the bed. And I think Skype was acting funky. So they jumped on ours and we were faded. I'm surprised that nothing had to get bleeped out.
We made it all the way through that shit. It's like 4 hours of fucking streaming, dude.
I'm surprised that we didn't get a content, warning from your faded words that you decided to let fly.
Well, I think that was like gone at one point, like in the whole stream. It was just disappeared.
Yeah, it happens. You came close at the beginning of this stream when we were watching the Negus.
Came close.
I was listening. I was like, did he just fucking? Did he?
I didn't say that word. I said Negus.
Okay. Because I heard it and I was like, oh my god. And you know that I would. Yeah, I would have pointed it out if there's any other word. I would have been like, but no. But anyways, guys, that is what we have for the show tonight. We'll catch you next time on the Whiskey Capitalist podcast and on Wednesday.
See you later.